Hey everybody, it's about an hour from me going down to the Carver Bank Art Gallery where my event is happening tonight, the record release party for Flyover. I've been down there on and off all day today setting up. I had a real nice addition to the event happen today where the gallery, since they had taken down the last exhibit, the walls were available, and so they put up some of my collages, the ones I had in frames, on one wall, and then a selected discography of mine, the LPs, not all the LPs. I took the main ones I wanted to put on display. I could have taken more. But that's actually, I want to just share how that again is another culmination of a hope I had. When I first got the artist residency, what I was hoping would be that I could have an exhibit before I left there of my collages. As I was doing my residency, I found out the process for getting an exhibit, which is you have to apply for it and all this stuff, and I was just didn't bother with it. So this really feels like a compliment coming from the Bemis and the Carver to just to acquiesce to this wish of mine, because I was going to make a display to show the records, and then they just said let's put them on exhibit. So very exciting. It'll be on exhibit at least through the weekend. It's nice. So that's the main thing that I wanted to just come on and say hello and kind of share my excitement about things. I keep my focus on the local, my personal stuff, because when I turn on the news,
16 seeds can come with
which I'm addicted to, it's really disconcerting. There's no news, it's just propaganda. And now this new, bringing back the term Cold War, again, this manipulation, it's very disconcerting and disheartening. So I stay focused on my personal life, like I encourage you all to do, since it seems there's nothing else we can do. Some records that I didn't show or have played since my last video that are still sitting out. Family, Fearless. This is an old one. I've had this forever. Note the Ring, where, it's the die cut cover where it opens in layers. This is a fantastic album. Roger Chapman, John Wetton, The Boys, man, Polly Palmer, excellent album. This morning, for energy, I played side one of this, Cold Blood, Sisyphus, Bay Area band from the 70s, some funky white dudes with Lydia Pence on vocals. This really got me going this morning. Great album. Anything else? Last night I played Pulsar, Strands of the Future. This to me is one of the finest progressive rock albums made by any band. French band. Love the graphics, love the cover. The inside too. This is out on a few different labels. Mine is CBS. This is, I think, just fantastic. It's got that melancholy and that softness to the way it's played as well as recorded. I think this is a master. I think Pulsar in general, all their albums are just fantastic. Halloween and Strands of the Future, these are masterpieces of progressive rock music. Masterpiece. Bruce Ditmas, I forget how I first heard of this drummer, but this album, Yellow, is collectible now. It's him in collaboration with vocalist Joan LaBarbera and trumpeter Enrico Rava. He plays drums and electronic percussion on this, and this is really, again, I think 70s, 1977, pushing boundaries with his ideas. Bruce Ditmas, Yellow, excellent. Here's an album that Tim Guthrie gave me, actually, I think I won it as a prize. Dragon Turtle, and the album is Almanac. And I originally wanted this because of the novel look of the vinyl, and hadn't really gotten into it. last night I listened to this, and I get it. There's a ragged glory about this. And I guess you would put it in the post-rock group. There's just a shade of Americana to this, but also the drony noisiness part is mixed in there, which saves it for me, makes it original and engaging. The vocals are almost annoying, but that's because, I'm not really interested yet in what it is he's all pained about. He sings like he's in pain, but this is pretty good. Dragon Turtle Almanac. What label is this on? Thanks again, Tim Guthrie, for giving this to me. La Société Expéditionnaire. Cherubim. This is a band that I found back in the 70s, took a chance on it. German pressing on United Artists. That was enough to get me to take a chance, but it didn't cost much. And this is good. It's an interesting blend of, they go from country to just kind of folk rock, a la Jackson Browne. Then they do this American Indian powwow thing, and then they go Eastern. And then they do a prog thing. This is really different. I guess they have a couple more other albums which I've never seen except online. This is really good. Cherubim, Cherub Safety Match, 1977 again. I had been meaning to play this forever. The band is Electric Guitars. Language Problems. This is a 12-inch single on Stiff. This is one of those records that I've kept forever not because it's a favorite or that I even listened to it. I played this probably for the first time in maybe 20 years yesterday. I keep this because I saw these guys open for Peter Gabriel. I think it was a security tour. They were really good live. I could see why Peter Gabriel had them open up. They kind of reminded me of the Thompson Twins a little bit. This is dated somewhat, but it's actually still pretty decent on Stiff Records. Stuff comes to mind, or that thing that's on Broadway now where it's the rhythmic group, percussive group that plays garbage cans and stuff. This is actually pretty cool, but again, a bit of datedness to it, but I'm glad I kept this. Electric Guitars. Secka Funk gave this to me a while back, Clear Light, and again, he was real honest with me. He said he gave it to me because he thought that my ears are probably more open to what this has to offer than what he could get. And, I appreciate that, Van, Secka Funk, because this is challenging. This is not the French band. This is an American group. Early 80s. Clearly, I thought I heard something. There's an experimental aspect to this where they try things, but everything doesn't work. And a matter of fact, the way this starts off, in my opinion, really poorly. Just like floundering, just stabbing, and then it starts to come together. It's a double album. So by the time we get to side 4, things are happening. So, Secka Funk, if you see this, Van, thank you. This has gone up in value. I was looking it up online. I always like seeing that. I have no intention of selling these records. It's just fun to see what stuff is worth. Thank you again, Sec. This is actually redeems itself by side 3. So if you see it again and you find it at a bargain price, grab it. Kin Ping Meh. This is a German band that I've kept forever because it's on the Zebra label. For the longest time, this was like one of my least favorite German sounds. They do Come Together by the Beatles, and it seemed just kind of almost standard. But yesterday I played side 2, and it just came together. Daydreams was the track. Just all the things about this music, this time period, Europe, this kind of musical ambience that I get from the sound of these bands, it's all there. This is really good. So glad I kept this, Sometimes it takes me forever, And sometimes I need to just get out of the way of the music with my attitude. We all have them, you know. Just need to drop the attitude and just enjoy. This is really good. Ken Ping Meh. Number 2. Weird cover though, huh? Played a little bit of this soundtrack last summer. What is cool about this is that it has an early piece by Colin Walcott from Oregon, way before that was happening. The Subtle Evanescence of Now from this soundtrack. And the soundtrack in general is really good. John Simon composed and performed. That might be it. The other thing that I played recently was, you know, the Stranglers are a long-time favorite of mine, and when Hugh Cornwell left, which was ages ago, it's interesting, but the guy that they got to replace him was no Hugh Cornwell, but it worked. And this was like one of the first singles with the new guy back in 1990, Sweet Smell of Success. And it's good. It's pop. It's pop. It's good. It's good. Listen in Good Health. This is a cool old record that was released in April 1970, Celebration, Songs of Celebration and Decay, commemorating the start of Earth Day. And this is cool because it's like a program. And on one album, you get David Axelrod, The Beatles, Quicksilver Messenger Service, Roy Harper, Steve Miller Band, the band, Jimi Hendrix and Pink Floyd. Yeah, this is pretty cool. Listen in Good Health. Had this forever. It's it was never meant for sale. It was meant for radio play. It's programmed to be played, to have been played on the radio. I think that's the extent. Boards of Canada, I showed that, yeah. Okay. Alrighty, folks. Hope it's a good weekend for you. And sincerely hoping to have a good report for you from the event that's about to take place tonight. Be well.